So my name is Charlie, I'm a designer, and I also run a YouTube channel where I post videos talking about design, also videos about fashion and DIY projects, and I also make vlogs showing my life, so I basically film my weeks and walk around with a camera and put it on the internet. When I started my YouTube channel, I was mainly inspired by my sister, who had also started a YouTube channel, and I saw like the videos she was making and putting online, and that she was becoming a part of this really cool online community that I decided I wanted to be a part of as well. I was inspired by people like Karen Cavett. She's another design YouTuber. She makes videos talking about graphic design, and you know, she goes into the details with it, and it's not just about the basics, and she's not just doing like Illustrator tutorials and Photoshop tutorials. So I really liked that she was talking about design as well as like showing projects as well, and that's the sort of thing that I wanted to do. Something you often see with YouTubers as they grow is they'll reach a certain level when they will quit their job and do it full time, which is interesting. I am still working full time and I will be for the foreseeable future. I've got 13,000 subscribers right now, which is really exciting, but the only way I could make it a full-time job is if I really wanted to work with brands more and have all of my videos sponsored, which is not something I'm particularly interested in right now. Like, I'll pick up sponsored projects whenever one comes up from a company that I'm interested in, that I really like and respect, then I might look at it, but I'm not focused on going out there and getting sponsors, so that's why I'm still working for now. And I also really like working full-time, like I like my job, and because I'm a designer and I work doing design and then talk about design in my videos, I feel like if I stopped being a designer, then I wouldn't have as much, like, I don't know what the word is, like there wouldn't be as much meaning behind what I'm talking about in my videos because I wouldn't be doing design as a job. I moved to London in January from Wellington in New Zealand, and when I started YouTube, like I said, my sister had started a channel and had shown me the New Zealand YouTube community, and it just seemed so much fun, so I'd become a big part of it and knew a lot of people in the New Zealand YouTube community, and we'd always meet up, and it was just really fun and felt really supportive and connected. Then I moved to London and didn't really know many people. There is a YouTube space here, so there is like YouTube offices, and they hold happy hours where you can go along and meet other YouTubers, which is really cool. But I found that I guess there's so many YouTubers in London that the YouTube community is so big, and there's also so many famous YouTubers that are a part of it, that it just seems really hard to like break in a way. Like, you have to find your own little group. The New Zealand YouTube community, I would say, is like one big group, whereas here in London there is more like lots of little groups, and everyone knows the bigger ones, but not many people are actually friends with them. What's been really useful is I've gotten to go along to a few workshops at the YouTube space about production. There was one called, I think it was Production on a Shoestring, that was talking about basically like how to shoot videos as a solo person making videos, and how to really improve the quality like in little ways without investing in, you know, the fancy filmmaker equipment. So that was really useful. There's also YouTube events like Summer in the City over here, which has lots of panels from YouTubers talking about YouTube issues and, you know, things like that. And there's also some that are sponsored by Google, that they come in and talk to us about nerdy things like YouTube analytics and how to understand them. And I find that stuff really fun. Whereas in New Zealand, it was just sort of like, you know, struggling along on your own and just, you know, trying things out and doing whatever felt right. But then you come to these workshops and you get more information, which is really useful, and you sort of start to learn the ins and outs of the YouTube algorithm and how to like what sort of content it likes best, and what thumbnails work best, and how to tag your videos, and all those little details that you're just like learning from trial and error before, but now you've got someone from YouTube actually telling you how to do it, which is really useful. Recently, I had a friend who was interviewing for a job with a big YouTuber, and the job was going to be that she was going to be posting on this YouTuber's Twitter and Instagram accounts. And I follow this YouTuber, and I was like, wow, I can't imagine that, you know, the tweets and the Instagrams I'm seeing from her aren't coming from her. Like, I like to think that, you know, the people that are tweeting and posting the photos are actually tweeting and posting the photos. But so it kind of opened my eyes and made me think, I wonder how many of the other ones out there, you know, aren't really themselves, which is you know, it's disappointing to think about. I want to always be me, if that makes sense. I think that that's really important, and it's an important part of being a YouTuber is being genuine, because you're basically like inviting someone into your room and into your thoughts. So I think that it's important to stay you as much as possible. The easiest thing to think would be number of subscribers, but at the end of the day, that's just like a number, right? Like what matters most to me is connecting with people, is when like that subscriber number turns into someone commenting regularly on my videos, and I get to know them through that, and I get to know what they like about my videos and maybe what they don't like, if, you know, if they see something that they want to give some feedback on. That's the most meaningful thing to me, is getting comments on my videos and hearing from the people who subscribe to me and hearing that a video was useful, or maybe after watching it they'll have lots of questions and it can spark a conversation, and that's really exciting for me. I'm not sure exactly how yet, but I want to build my audience to then do something else. Like I have a t-shirt line, a t-shirt company. I'd really like to build that up more and, you know, build up my product line and be selling that, and maybe like, you know, teaching people is an interesting thing. I'd like to try and make money doing those things rather than working with brands, which seems to be like the formula for YouTube at the moment, is that's the main way you earn money, is through brand sponsorship deals. And I'm just interested to see what else I can do other than that, I suppose. I think there must be other ways, it's just we've got to find them. When I first started YouTube, I did a lot more videos about beauty than I do now, because that's what everyone else was doing, and everyone was doing like monthly favourite videos where they talked about their favourite products, so I thought that was like a thing that I was supposed to do if I wanted to be like a lifestyle channel, so I did that too. And then I was like, found myself not really enjoying those videos, like I didn't even enjoy editing them, so I was like, why is someone else going to enjoy watching this? So I just decided to stop making them and to make more design videos, even though when I first started making more and more videos about design, I would see people unsubscribing with every single one I made, which is kind of disheartening to start with, you know, because those are the type of videos that I really wanted to make, that I really wanted people to be interested in, and for those to be the ones that would make people unsubscribe, you know, I was like, oh man, you know, maybe I should just talk about makeup then if that's what these people want to see. But then I realised that it was okay that they were unsubscribing, because it was just me finding the right audience, and that now when I post a design video I get more subscribers than with other ones. So it's cool that over time, you know, that's happened, but it was just hard to realise that at the time. Honestly, when I started, most of the videos from women that I was seeing were beauty gurus, you know, talking about makeup, and that's why I sort of felt like I should be doing that as well. But then as I like delved more and more into YouTube land, I saw people who were comedians, there's one girl, Hannah Witten, who talks about sex education, and people making songs, like musicians, and just, you know, talking about their lives, not necessarily doing makeup. It's interesting that when you meet someone at the YouTube happy hours that I often go to at the YouTube space, sometimes they'll look at me and I will have makeup on, and they'll be like, oh, what do you make videos about? Do you do beauty and fashion? And I'm like, well, no, why would you assume that? Like, thank you, I guess, that you think my makeup looks nice, but nope. My advice to women wanting to make videos on YouTube would be, first of all, to just start and get your content out there and, you know, make the type of stuff that you want to make. And I would also really advise you to, as much as possible, try and get involved with the community and connect with other YouTubers. You never know what's going to come across your comment box. I know that my sister has had a couple of comments on a video we did together that, you know, someone thought we were twins or were making some, you know, lewd comments, and that's never a nice time. But, you know, we talked about it together and we're able to laugh about it. But if you're going through that by yourself, that will probably make you feel a bit yucky. So connecting with other people and joining together, meeting other women on YouTube is a great thing. There's lots of, there's online communities, reaching out on Twitter, going along to happy hours if you're in a space where you can, and try and connect with other people as much as possible, because then you can sort of meet people who are going through the same thing you are and feel like you're in this together and get their help when you need it.